Christmas featured music. We're here on the Alesis stand with Nate. He's going to take us through a whole heap of new products, including some drum stuff, some keyboards, guitar, headphones. So take it away, Nate.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is some new products we're doing for drummers, some new percussion products. So the first thing we're looking at here is Sample Pad Pro. This is really the evolution of our Sample Pad and Percussion Pad products. It has 8 individual drum pads, including the top 2 here. They're all dim backlit blue LED, and they light up brighter when you actually trigger a sample that's assigned to the pad. You can loop these, you can multi-layer them, and you'll see the pads illuminated for the amount of time that the sample itself is playing. So what's on board? We have a drum module with 10 kits and about 200 sounds on board, so it can be used standalone. But the bigger story is that we're going to take up to a 32 gig SD card, and we're going to include a fully loaded SD card in the box, loaded up with sounds from Air and Sonobox. So we'll ship that to you. However, through a USB connection to your computer, we're also going to give you a software utility that lets you drag and drop your own sounds onto the pads in a really easy way. So you can go in and make 20 additional kits of your own sounds on that 32 gig SD card, and make the live performance sound like the studio. So we of course have controls for our headphone volume up here, our main volume, and our menu navigation, left, right, up, down. But let me show you the back panel of the unit so you can see what else we have going on here. So on the rear panel, we'll start over here. We have our USB connection. I should note that Sample Pad Pro can also be used in controller mode with any sort of a drum software plug-in or software that you're using. We have MIDI out and MIDI in, 5 pins in. We have our main outs. We have extra pad or trigger inserts, so any extension triggers that you want to use, you can add these on. We also have an assignable foot switch and a hi-hat and a kick insert with the switch, so it accommodates whatever hi-hat or kick you're using. We have a headphone output, our power supply, power button, and auxiliary 1/8 inch in with its own volume control, so you can bring in an external audio source. Sample Pad Pro is going to be $299 US and available right around April. So let me show you the next one, which is really derivative from Sample Pad Pro. Everything I just told you remains true on Sample Rack, this 1U rack mount solution, which has the SD card integration, comes with the fully loaded 32 gig card that you can also customize, has the same drum module on board with 10 kits and about 200 sounds. You see what's across your front panel here, pretty straightforward, main volume, headphones, and volume control, auxiliary input right on the front panel this time. But when we turn this around, those 8 pads now become 8 trigger inputs across the back of the unit. So Alesis is really known for how fast and how quickly our triggers respond. A lot of speed metal drummers use these, a lot of DM5 users are still using them, but the Sample Rack is really addressing that need to not only have a standalone unit that you can use acoustic triggers with or build your own electronic percussion unit with your own sounds, but through the USB connection with your computer, this is a great solution for doing drumming with plugins or software. It's really the bridge from your computer to any electronic setup. Sample Rack is going to be $199, and we feel it's a pretty good solution. The last thing we want to talk about for percussionists at the show, this is our DRP100 drum reference headphones, drum reference phones. They are fully isolating over ear, and they're not just passive isolation headphones. They have 40mm drivers, and they're voiced for drum monitoring, really. They're not flat response, so they sound super punchy. They have the right, dips in the right places, and they sound really great. One of the other features we have here is a detachable 1/8 inch cable. So it's on the left ear cup, and it's meant to go right down your back based on being positioned on the rear. They're very comfortable. There's a silicone headband for adjustment, but it's also really a sweat-proof silicone headband that stays on your head while you're playing. So really nice headphones. You're welcome to try them out. Check out the isolation.
Well, you want me to put headphones on camera?
Hey, why not?
What's happening?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Not too bad.
Oh, yeah,
pretty comfy.
You can call me whatever you want now. And
yeah, exactly. You can't hear a thing.
No, I can confirm I can't hear anything.
Perfect.
I could use these at the show all the time, actually.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So that's it for drummers, new for Alesis, but I'm going to show you a bunch of other stuff. Thanks for checking it out. NAMM 2014.